Today is day 21 of taking the narcotic pills, and here's my current update so far. So for context, I've been having my period for over 2 months, and because my uterine lining is thick, the doctor actually suggested me to take the narcotic pills, aka synthetic progesterone. The point of taking the pills for 21 days is so that my uterine lining will be balanced and stabilized, and after that I will go through this thing called withdrawal bleeding after 21 days, which is your period, and hopefully when my uterine lining sheds, it will be thin and I don't have to do any biopsy or whatsoever. That is my initial hope. So the most common side effect is having period cramps. When I have my regular periods, like I barely have cramps. Usually I will get bloated. So for me to actually have period cramps every single day while taking this was actually really uncomfortable to a point where it felt almost unbearable. I was in a fetal position with my heating pad, and I think that I have a high pain tolerance, and not like that is a badge of honor, but honestly it just got to a point where I just couldn't take it anymore. And I remember consulting the doctor, and she lowered my dosage from taking 3 pills instead of 4. My side effects reduced significantly. Like I barely had any cramps, I didn't have any pelvic pain, I wasn't bloated anymore, because trust me, before that I was so bloated. Like dude, I looked pregnant. I can literally feel the gas moving around my stomach when I try to massage it every single day. Day 19 is when I started to have intense period cramps, which never happens unless I'm taking like 4 pills per day. Throughout the time when I took the pills, I wasn't having any bleeding at all. It was mostly just like light spotting. I remember waking up around 6 a.m. or so. I went to the toilet to pee, and I saw on my pad that it did not look like a blood clot, but instead it looked like a little flesh, like a rubber flesh. It was like this size. And I remember I saw this woman's Instagram reel where she was educating, people on like the colors of your period blood. One of her posts is actually something similar of what I saw on my pad. The one that I saw in the video was huge. It was actually a uterine lining, like a whole uteral lining that came out. What I saw was like a part of my uterine lining. I could be wrong. After that day, I have been bleeding, like having my period, I guess, and I read online that it could be an early set of withdrawal bleeding. So instead of having my period after 21 days, I'm having it slightly earlier on day 19. Today is the last day of me taking the pills, and after this I am anticipating a withdrawal bleed, aka a normal period. Hopefully it won't be super heavy or uncomfortable, because this week is going to be my busiest week for work. I'll be having back-to-back client content shoots, going on calls, and I just hope that this will not disrupt my day-to-day life. Hopefully after this my uterine lining won't be as thick as before. And if you have any experience on taking synthetic progesterone pills, let me know, and I will keep you updated.